School of Comedy. What? 10835 Santa Monica Boulevard. We're live. We have Aaron McIntyre producing tonight. Head of our Film Actors Cafe. Give it up for Billy Ramirez, everybody. Marketing, social media, everything you need. You're like, who's this girl? I'm Sam Linderman. I'm your comedy concierge. I'm your host tonight. And I'll do a few announcements. Everyone here's been here before, but if you want to stop by. When you get the red light, that's 2 minutes. If you have to go to the bathroom, join a AA Zoom meeting, do that while I'm on stage. Please try to be respectful to your fellow comics. On May 4th, we have our Right Club, which is now fully packed. Okay. We have a few spots left for Aaron McIntyre's acting class afterward. It's the beginning of a 5-week workshop. Both of these classes are going to go on for 5 weeks right here at LA School of Comedy. So go to our website, laschoolofcomedy.com. Super simple. Just add that .com. And you could call us, too. You could call us. You could DM us. You can contact us through Zelle. You can send us money and send a little note. I ghosted a guy, and he did that to me. He Venmoed me $2. He's like, why don't you answer? I was like, $2? You don't answer for $2? Wow, that's crazy. I get bigger tips doing comedy. No. I don't really have fans yet, but I have Uber drivers and Tinder matches. And those are pretty much... It's been the same thing, like people on dating apps are like, wow, I can't believe you do comedy. That's so brave. But I really wish they would be like, you're probably really funny. I'm not a fucking firefighter. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm not brave. I'm doing a thing. Actually on the way here today, hello, welcome. Today on the way here, my Uber driver, I don't drive yet. I think of it as like a yet. That's... Yeah, and I'm not old enough. No, I am. I'm beyond old enough. No, I just think of it as like a public service to everybody else for me not to drive. Not like, oh, I'm a woman who like won't drive. It's just like I really feel like I don't want to do murder. I just really like personally it's not like on my bucket list to really kick somebody else's bucket. I don't really personally feel like that. I don't want to be a Waymo. No, I'm kidding. There's a billboard right by my house where it's like, oh my God, I should have actually like memorized it. But it's like, get way more money with the so-and-so brothers. And like, all they do is Waymo lawsuits. So if that's happened to you, or if you need some money, just run in front of a quick Waymo. I'll send you the billboard and maybe you send me like 10% facilitators agreement and we'll make it happen. But yeah, my Uber driver on the way here was like, Sam, I know you. You've been in my car before. And I was like, Jimmy, I don't remember you. Like, I felt like a hoe for Uber. I was like, you don't know how many rides I've done. It's okay. But he was so sweet. And I told him, I said, I'm going to talk about you on stage. And he was just like, cool. Like, what did he say? And when I started comedy, my hair was this long. It was bright blue. I was like, how'd you recognize me? So I got recognized in my Uber. Jimmy, if you're watching, peace and love. He went to high school with Nicolas Cage. So my Uber driver friend went to high school with Nicolas Cage. So I'm kind of in. If you guys are trying to, move up the ladder, you just contact me. You can find me on Instagram at SamLikeTBH. I've had a lot of really really interesting Uber situations. Thank God my Uber and my Tinder matches have not overlapped. There's no Venn diagram yet. I feel like that's probably a worst case scenario. You get into an Uber and it's like, we matched on Tinder. There's no safety button for that on Uber. Help, the driver is my Tinder match. Maybe I'll reach out. Maybe I'll reach out to them. I was at a work training and I raised my hand and I said, random question, who's HR? They didn't know. Scary. That's a bit much. I don't know. I just thought I would throw that out there as well. I'm like a nerd alert lately. I'm a nerd alert when it comes to my job. Welcome, Colin Aslay. What the hell? Take a seat. Oh my God. Oh, sign in. I'm sorry. The mixed signals is crazy. Take a seat, sign in. Why don't you take the sign in to your seat? No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. We need it right there. I work with kids. I'm not a teacher, so I'm glad you guys didn't clap. I am. No, don't. Like, honestly, don't. It's an after-school program, but not like on television, The kids are doing a play, so obviously I've taken upon myself to do an extra rehearsal. And when I tell them it's theater, like, they look at me like I said it's state testing. You know, like, they look at me like I was like, you had a field trip and I took it away. And it's been kind of, like, depressing. So I don't know why I said that. I mean, it's not funny that it's depressing. I have a joke about school. Do you guys remember when you were a kid and your teacher would be like, class 304, Miss Smith has a big surprise for you, and you think it's gonna be like True Moo back in the cafeteria, like you think it's gonna be like playtime, like you think it's gonna be your crush is your desk partner. No, just me. And she's like, I'm gonna have a baby. And everyone starts clapping, and I just remember sitting there being like, what the fuck? Ew. I don't want to know that. My mom told me you prayed for a baby, and it's like, I don't remember praying for a substitute teacher. You know, it's like, you're having sex, and you're telling me I'm 7. Like, why are you telling me that? I guess we needed to know because it's like, you know, she would be pregnant and stuff. But I always thought that was so funny where it's like, I'm having a baby, and it's like, I thought I was your baby. What do you mean you're having a baby? You're going to leave us for this kid you haven't even met? Like, what are you talking about? I was your kid first. Yeah, I had attachment problems. I would have lunch with my teacher, and I told her to leave her long-distance boyfriend. I was like, he doesn't love you like that. He doesn't love you like that. 10 years later, they broke up. So, I don't know. And she got a baby with somebody else. And named it Sam. No, I'm kidding. That'd be crazy. No. What? Miss Gotts, are you watching? That'd be scary. No, she didn't name her baby after me. That's yet to happen. You know, I've yet to have that elevator moment where someone's giving birth, and I'm like, I've watched all seasons of 911, not the new episode. And I could just jump in. You guys ever have that fantasy, you know, where you're like, I'm going to save the... No. You guys just dream of fame, right? No, I dream of more than fame. I dream of saving lives. That's why I work with kids. I love when they look at you and they just say, I don't love you anymore. Miss Sam, I don't love you anymore. And then I go, is this because I said you had to put your snack away? And they go, yeah. Yeah, you did that. And I'll remember it for about 20 seconds. They're really funny. I love them. We can't take them home, but... I love them. I love when they tell you about their lives. Like, I used to tutor kids in reading, and she wasn't focusing, and I was like, what's going on? She was like, well, my grandma has asthma, and she fell down the stairs, and she hit her head, and I was the only one home, and I had to call 911, but I'm dyslexic, so I called 191, and, like, you know, like, they will really tell you, like, everything. They're like, my grandma fell down the stairs. I was like, did you push her? Like, I don't know. It's a lot. They tell you a lot, like a lot. They're like, my parents make a lot of noise when they're in their room by themselves, and they try to play music, but I can hear it, and I think daddy's fighting mommy. And I'm like, whoa. How do we unpack this? I heard a kid. Well, okay, I don't know. I don't want to air out my kids. Like, I feel bad. I hope they're not watching. I told them, I was like, I tell jokes, and they were like, tell me one, and I was like, I can't. And they're like, is it grown-up jokes? And I was like, yeah, I'm a grown-up. I'm a motherfucking grown-up. I'm a grown-up. One time I was like hanging out with this guy, and I was like, let's watch a movie. And I said, let's watch Grown Ups, right? And I'm like, whatever, like, clap if you see, everybody's seen Grown Ups. Like, no, you took a minute. I was like, you haven't seen Grown Ups? Like, he doesn't want to say. He's like, I'm embarrassed. No, everybody's seen Grown Ups 2. Everybody's seen it. You know, blue pee in the pool scene. I mean, it changed lives. It really changed lives. I've tested it out in about 15 pools, and it's not true. I'm here to say it. It's not true. But we started, like, I was, like, kissing him or whatever, and he was like, you said you wanted to watch this movie. So watch the movie. And I was like, dude, I could quote this movie. I should have been fucking cat. I should have been the little chubby girl who is, Kevin James' daughter. I could have killed that role when she's like, ice cream. Anyways, no, I love you guys. It's a Friday. I'm so tired, but I would not want to be anywhere else. I would nowhere else. I love this place. Love these comics. The next comedian that I'm going to bring on stage, please give a big round of applause for, you may have seen him here. You can see him anywhere. The one, the only, Alan Weiss. Alan Weiss. I always pick somebody who's gonna record. Like I like to just really, I like to throw you off. You never know in the real life what's gonna happen. And give it up for Alan Weiss one more time.
Hello, my name is Alan Weiss. Thank you. Yeah, I'm awkward. You know, like the kind of awkward that likes to be helpful at the gym. I like to go up to those guys who have muscle dysmorphia, and you know, the ones who want to look huge or ripped, and I stand next to them to make them look bigger, except in the shower. That's not appropriate. Okay. I hate those second guess moments, you know, like the second guess, like you drive away and you're like, did I close the garage? I hate that. It's so annoying. It's frustrating. It's always too late. It's like a nurse going up to the doctor and going, hey, wrong patient. And I lost a syringe and a sponge and an acrylic. Anxiety just nags you like a mom who's like, you need to go outside. It's cold, so bring a sweater. And you're like, no. And she's like, no, you're getting pneumonia. It's like a Jewish, but really it should be like a Jewish mom. And I messed those two up, so we'll keep going. It's like a Jewish mom. She's like, I haven't heard you in days. Don't you have a phone? You could text. I might have died. I wish it would be before you leave for work, like it should be before. It'd be helpful. Like you're driving to work, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shoot, there's something important I was supposed to remember, like my lunch, or my laptop, or that you got fired last week. But no, it's always that, like when you're at a party. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh shoot, I forgot the gift. Or you're at the restaurant and you're like, oh shoot, I forgot my wallet. Or you get back home from your parents and you're like, oh shoot, I left my girlfriend. I have this fear of leaving my garage door open, and I have literally driven to work on the 405 for 45 minutes, turned around to check. And it's always closed. And I don't know why I worry, 'cause it's empty. Like, was someone gonna steal my Echo? I know that one day I'm gonna come home, pull in, look around and go like, where's the Echo? It's gone. Someone took it. I recently, I'm an accountant, and people always go like, why? Like, are you really an accountant? Why would I lie about that? Because I'm an OnlyFans tax gigolo? Hey, ladies, who wants their taxes done? Hey, ladies, who wants a huge deduction? Hey, ladies, who wants to make a dependent? Hey, ladies, where you going? I quit my job. And I was like, what should I do? So I was like, what if I joined a gang of accountants? It'd be like the Jets and the Sharks. We'd be like but we'd be the debits, and the rival game would be the credits. The credits would run the left side of the town, and the debits would be the right. Right side. That's an accounting joke. And then when we go around and jump people, we go, you just been reconciled. And then hand them a balanced checkbook. The gang would have like all these codes, like a police raid would be like an audit. Like if we're exchanging drugs, it'd be a 1031 exchange. You know, and if we were to write someone off, it would just be a write-off. Just that's what it's called. You know, and if we have a hit, it'd be an itemized deduction. This is just, and a gun is a fixed asset. We do have a rap, because if we're in a gang, you need to have a rap, right? I think. I don't know. I see all those rappers. They all have. They look like gang members. We're gonna have a rap. So here's our gang's rap. Okay. Yeah. His fingers are sweaty. Keys reek. Calc's heavy. There's tears on the numbers already. You're anxious. His return's not steady. His refund's been blown on useless confetti. And now the chorus. We have a chorus. You gotta have the chorus. Don't lose yourself in that tax report. All those receipts are just there for support. Before you hit abort, remember life's too short. Don't let it itemize your comfort. Use that tax preparer because they do it for sport. Don't lose yourself in that tax report. That's right. There's a chorus. Yeah. We gotta rap. We gotta rap. We'd also have names. Like we could have the baker because he cooks the books. And if you ever heard of the famous mobster Meyer Lansky, right? He's a famous mob accountant, gang member, and my name would be I am Lanky. We'd also have tattoos, but I'm risk averse, so mine would be in pencil, so I could erase it. Could you imagine, like in reality, if there were massive accounting gangs, there'd be like PwC, KPMG, EY, Deloitte. They get in trouble by the SEC, the PCOB, the government gangs. They take them down just like they did with Anderson with Enron. They're just teaching you stuff here. We gotta teach you things. When we had to go after enemies, we depreciate our enemies. And if you really pissed them off, they wouldn't hesitate to write you off. It just keeps going, guys. It just keeps going. It keeps going. Okay, I think that was the last one on the gang stuff. So I was looking at ghosts, ghosts, and they're always like poltergeists or Ghostbusters, right? But I think there should be ghosts. Like ghosts, there's love on the spectrum. There should be ghost on the spectrum. Like we would give helpful advice to people. We'd go like, woo, just left your stove on. Or woo, if it goes up to a couple on a date and go, woo, he's got gonorrhea. But because they're autistic ghosts, it'd be more like, woo, yesterday's date was divisible by 23. Come in. Woo. Come in. Hurry up.
Tax adjuster.
Okay. So like we would haunt, ghost haunt, but we would be like only get really freaked out when it was too loud. The autistic ghost, be just too loud. They'd be like, keep it down. Hurting my ears. My ghost ears. You would wake up you'd wake up after a night and find your jigsaw puzzles all solved. Your Rubik's cubes are all perfectly done. It would be the autistic ghosts. How much more time do I have? 2 minutes. Let's see what else can we do. Maybe some stuff to practice on. I got a new car.
Yeah.
And, well, not really. I got it 5 years ago. But it's a Tesla, right? And I was driving in Pasadena. This happened last week. And this guy pulls up to me in an ID4 Volkswagen. And he looks at me, I look at him, and we give that little nod. Guys do, you nod, everybody, yeah, right? And then he goes he gives me a Nazi salute out the window. And I was wondering, how did he know I was Jewish? And then I realized that he was just doing it because he thought my car is Elon Musk and there's Tesla. Tesla is a Nazi, and then I thought it was weird because he was driving the ultimate Nazi mobile, which is a Volkswagen.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. That happened. So I didn't file the hate crime, though I could have because I'm Jewish, and I could have done that, and then he could have gone into jail. But anyway, thank you very much. My name is Alan Weiss. His license plate number was 9EHT2. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you very much. My name is Alan Weiss. Oh, you can find me online, Instagram at Alan W. Weiss.
Beautiful. Keep it going for Alan, everybody. a packed house. It's a packed house. It's a beautiful night. I love Alan Weiss. I love all of you. I love this next comedian. At this point, he's a special guest. You can find him at the Laugh Factory. You can find him all over social media, and you can still find him at our very own LA School of Comedy. Please put your hands together for Griffin James!
What's up, everyone? What up? What up? Glad to be here. Comedy's like therapy for me, straight up. This is my therapy. Because I'm going to ramble until I start crying. And then my mom's going to send everyone money. So, it's therapy for me. I'm not famous, but my mom wants me to be. That's pressure. My mom's always like, when are you going to buy me a beach house? I'm like, I'm this close to moving back into your house. And if you say no, I'm going to have to sleep on the beach. It's all right. It's all right. I got a new job. You guys got jobs in here? Unemployed?
Employed.
Oh, okay, good.
But it could go dice. It could turn on me. Yeah. My boss had a chat with me this week.
Oh shit! All right, we're gonna leave that as a little cliffhanger for his turn. All right, you got a little sample for him. I got a new job and I don't like it at all, but I pretend to. And I'm good at pretending, you know, and it's good because when people ask what I do, now I can technically say I'm a working actor. Someone was like, oh, you are? Like, what have I seen you in? I'm like, oh, my office. They're like, the office? I'm like, no, my office. It's a small show. It's only one floor, but good cast. And my boss unlike you, my boss likes me, and he called me in. He called me in, and he thinks I want to stay there a long time. And he's like, what are you looking to do at this company? Like, what's your dream role that you want to grow into? And I was like, honestly, I want you to sexually assault me so I can get a settlement. That'd be the dream. Like, if you take your penis out right now, you could retire me. That'd be cool. But he's straight and got a family and not a predator, so yeah, it's gonna be a long journey. I don't know. It's like my first job. It's kind of embarrassing to say, but it's the truth. This is like my first real job I've ever had because I'm 25. It's kind of late to get a real job. I know that. Before this, I was working at a smoothie shop. If I got in trouble, I guess it's real, but like if I didn't care. And when I got in trouble, I'd say to my manager, like, oh, what, you're going to tell my mom? You know, it's like, didn't care. And then after that, I worked for my dad. And if I got in trouble there, I'd be like, what, you're going to tell your wife? Please don't. But yeah, this is real, and I don't know. I don't like it, but I'm still enthusiastic to do a good job, you know, because I don't want to lose it. I was unemployed for a minute, so I don't want to lose it. But I don't know. Sometimes my boss asks me to do messed up stuff because I don't know. Like there's a homeless guy outside the office setting up like a little encampment by our parking garage. He like was utilizing tools, and it was pretty cool actually. And my boss called me in, and he was like, "You see that guy?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I need you to call the police on him." Yeah, I know. And I was just like, "Sir, I'll do you one better. I'll go kill him." You know. He was like, "Whoa! You don't have to kill him. All right, just call the cops on him." I'm like, "You're right. We'll just keep thriving in capitalism and kill him indirectly. I like how you think. It's cleaner that way. It's cleaner." I feel like, I don't know, I'm an office manager essentially, but I got a cool job title. It's an executive business partner. That's my job title. Yeah, I know. I like it. It's impressive. It looks good on the LinkedIn. It feels good. It's given me some self-esteem, and I realize, like, you know, our titles in life really dictate how we feel about ourselves sometimes. Put it like this. So, like, if you go to the Apple Store and to Best Buy, that's the same job. The people that work there, they work the same job. But at the Apple Store, they're geniuses. At Best Buy, they're the geek squad. And you can see the effect it has on them. You go into the Genius Bar, they got cool facial hair. They got like one dangly earring. They have like 3 ways with another guy and a girl, but it's cool. It's like they got swag. And then you go to the Geek Squad, they're out of shape. Their shirt needs to be ironed. One lens in their glasses is fogged. You know, it's just like it's a bad situation. And it's even like it's how they carry themselves too. Like the Genius Bar, it takes weeks to get an appointment. They're busy. It takes weeks. It's like you feel lucky when you finally get in to talk to a genius. The Geek Squad, you can see them that day. They got a truck. They'll drive to you. They're desperate. They're like, oh, yeah, we can come right now. We're not talking to any women or anything. We're good to go. We'll come right now. You let them in your house and you butt fuck them. I don't know. I paid, so, you know, sometimes I just like to say something like just to float, like I paid. So I can just say whatever I want, you know. It's like the joke. I did the joke worked, and I paid money. So like, let me talk about raping a man. Hypothetically, I wouldn't do it. Not until I'm way more successful. So put that out of your mind. So I was driving on the highway the other day, and I saw a bumper on the side of the highway. You ever see that? Just like a full bumper. I grew up here, so I've seen that a lot. And as a kid, I'd be like, why is there a bumper on the side of the highway? Like, who the hell leaves their whole bumper? And now that I'm grown, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just live life and things happen and you just get to a place where you're like, fuck it, I don't need a bumper. I don't. I feel like if I have to go get that bumper and put it back on my car, I might snap. Like, I'm better off leaving the bumper. And the more I think about it, like, I never even saw the bumper. Well, I had that bumper on for other people. Didn't make my life better in any way having a bumper. So, fuck it. Time to worry about myself. Okay. I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm just a deep person. I'm in a relationship, which is cool. Haters. Room full of haters, man. No, it's okay. It's fake now. It's fake. The hate is real. It's men's group in here tonight. This is the no pussy getting club in here tonight. We're in here expressing ourselves. We should be in the club. We chose art. Thank you. But yeah, I got a girlfriend and I got roommates too, but I mostly spend the night at my girlfriend's place, and my roommates get mad. They're like, why are you over at your girlfriend's place? You're always going over to your girlfriend's place. And I'm like, there's a woman that wants to have sex with me over there. So that's basically why. That's why I go. Yeah. Guys won't even do hand stuff, so I gotta go. Honestly, if my girlfriend got a pull-up bar, I would never go back to my apartment again. That's the only reason why I go. And I feel like you men will get this. It's like I got really close friendships, and I'm lucky to have them, but I would put intercourse over any of my male friends. And we're all like this. Like, my friends are like this too. It's kind of like a beautiful unifying thing. It's like, if sex is on the table, like, you just have to let your friend down. It doesn't really matter the circumstance. Like my whole family could die on a plane crash that crashes into my grandparents' house. And I could be prepping for the funeral, and the day of the funeral, my best friend could text me like, yo, there's a crazy woman in the park talking to herself. I think I could smash. And I would just text him back like, do what you got to do. I understand. I understand. All right, I'll end with this. So a lot of my friends are single, and I try to set up my friends with my girlfriend's friends, because I think like we could all be like a happy family type situation. It doesn't usually go well. I was out at the bar the other weekend, and a group of my girlfriend's friends, a group of mine, and my best friend is talking to her best friend, and my best friend Zach comes up to me and he's like, yo, I'm talking to Joan, like I don't know, like what do you think? And I'm like, bro, I think you could hook up with her tonight. He was like, tonight? I'm like, yeah, tonight. And so he goes and talks to her. I'm a body language expert, so I see the conversation doesn't go well, and then Joan goes and talks to my girlfriend, and then my girlfriend comes up to me and she's like, hey, something weird kind of happened. Your friend Zach just asked Joan if she wanted to hook up tonight. I was like, tonight? What the fuck? Okay, whatever. Thank you. You can find me. You can find me on Instagram. Thank you.
Keep it going for Griffin, everybody. Keep it going. I thought my Uber driver that we were gonna follow each other on Instagram. Did you miss the beginning, Jared? My Uber driver had already had me before. Oh, okay. Not sexually, but as an Uber driver. And so, yeah, you get it. A customer, but not like in a sexual way. Like a customer. Because I know what you think. No, Jared's so funny. No, and he types him Sam, and I'm the first. Like we followed each other already. Like, isn't that crazy? Actually, one time I was walking down the street. I was in college for about 35 seconds, and in San Luis. Yeah. Oh wow. Thank you so much. I was gonna make it. No, I'm not gonna make that joke. But I was like walking down the street and like somebody honked at me and I was like, I look like shit, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. And it was this guy and he was like, how are you doing? He was like my Uber driver from before. So I don't know what I'm doing in Ubers. I mean, one time, okay, I'm just gonna say this really quick. I wanted to say it earlier and I didn't. So I obviously I want to, make you guys laugh in between comics. That's my job. I was flirting with this Uber driver and, whatever. I'm like, stop at the gas station. I want to get a snack. Like, it was just like one of those. You guys haven't had this experience, probably not. No. Like, you ever been to CVS with your Uber driver, but that's not your destination, and you're both like, I'm hungry. That ever happened to you? And then he's like, let's get sushi tonight, and I was like, no. But I don't know. Like, I was flirting with him, and then like he turned around, and I realized I was flirting with the back of somebody's head. Like, it didn't hit me till he turned around. I was like, this guy looks like a turtle. This guy looks like a turtle. Is out of his shell a little bit. And thank God he enlisted in the Army a week later. Because I was like, I'm going to have to go to Benihana with him. I made this whole thing where I was like, I've never been to Benihana. And it was like, everybody freaks out. And he was like, I actually know this way more affordable place than Benihana. It's like almost the same thing. You never recognize the difference. Anyways, I don't know. I felt like really sharing that. Comedy isn't my therapy. I do comedy and therapy, so I have no excuse. You know what I mean? Like, when I come up here and talk about my life, it's like, dude, you already have a lady for that. I had a feeling that my therapist was Jewish, and it was like Passover or whatever. But I didn't want to assume. I didn't want to be like Jew. You know what I mean? I'm Jewish, so I can say that. Oh shit! Here he is! Ow! Sit anywhere. Sit right here. No, sit. Yeah, sit anywhere. Everybody, if he wants to sit in your seat, get up and let him sit there. Norm, it's so good to see you. You just make me want. Like, I love him. Give it up for Norm. So I'm gonna bring him up right now. You want to?
Okay.
You want to get up here?
Sure.
That's how I feel about Norm.
You're making a big mistake.
You want me to put somebody else first?
No.
You feel like sitting a little bit? You want water? We don't have any water. Okay, put your hands together for Norm Zada, everybody! So good to see you.
All right, I have to confess to you, I made a big mistake, okay? I went somewhere else last week. I went to a different venue. and I was punished. I was punished hard. So I'm back. I hope I won't do too much damage this time. Okay, because the routine's a little bit different. Okay, while I'm on the subject, are there no women in the audience here? Well, that makes it easier for me, actually. That makes it a little bit easier. That actually helps me, okay? There's just one woman in the whole room. Oh my God, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be easy. While we're on the topic of no good deed going on, of being punished, how many of you agree with the phrase or the saying, no good deed goes unpunished? I'm not getting a lot there. Okay? But I'm getting a little from this gentleman right here, okay? And this gentleman, let me tell you about this gentleman, okay? I can see, just look at his face, he's a really good person. And he's done some really good things in his life. You've done some really good things, haven't you, sir?
I'd like to think so.
You think you have done some good things. You've done some good deeds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? Yeah.
Would you be kind enough to tell us an example of just one good deed that you've done for which you felt you were punished?
I think in my marriage, I think I overextended myself in my marriage, you know.
You think so? You think so? You think a little bit?
I think a little bit. I think I just maybe broke some cardinal rules, you know. Yeah. I think just
A little bit.
A little
Just a tiny bit. Okay. I want to elaborate at this because actually I remember he was here and talked about his marriage the other time. So we've got a little background here, but I'm gonna add to it. Okay. I'm just gonna add some details to what happened to you. Okay. So you do have an example of a good deed. You gave a woman an engagement ring, didn't you?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
And then what happened? I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened, sir.
Yeah.
She married you. She married you. That's what happened. Okay?
Yeah.
And then what happened? I'll tell you what happened. You don't have to do anything. I'll tell you what happened. You gave her everything you had. You gave her your love. You gave her your warmth. You gave her your time. You washed the dishes. You gave her your house. You gave her your car. You gave her your boat.
No boat. But it could have gotten there.
You gave her your collection of model tanks. Whatever you gave her everything.
Right.
You gave her everything, right? That's what you did. And then what happened? I'll tell you what happened, sir. I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll tell you what's happened. She sued you. She sued you, sir. Don't be offended by this because I'm not really sure about any of it. I'm just telling you my version of what happened, okay? It might not have happened that way. You might have sued her.
Yeah.
You might have sued her for the sexual exposure, the deviant exposure in the room. You might have sued her. We don't know who sued who.
Right.
But I'm just saying she sued you, okay?
Okay.
And then what happened? I'll tell you what happened.
Okay.
You lost miserably, sir. You lost miserably. Okay, that's what happened. The judge ordered that you were to give her everything you had except for one thing. One thing. Who can guess the one thing he was allowed to keep? What? A schlong. I can't even understand what you just said. Is that English? What did you just say? A schlong. Oh, that's funny. A schlong. That's good. No, wrong. She was allowed to keep one thing, which is the same thing that one of Hugh Hefner's girlfriends was allowed to keep when she left him. And that's true. A bicycle. She left you with a bicycle, and that's how you got here. I saw him bicycling down the street. Okay. So anyone else, before I continue the more serious part of my program, anyone else have a good deed that you did that you feel was punished? Ma'am, lady over there?
I don't get punished.
You know she doesn't get punished. Nobody's gotten punished. Well, give it time, folks. Give it time. Okay, let's get serious. No more jokes if that's what those things were. None of whatever that was. It's time to get serious. Some of you might recall, I am a really big advocate with balancing the nation's budget. Okay. I don't know about anyone here. I myself have been tossing and turning. How do we do this? How do we do this? In an intelligent way. And it's not doing what they're doing right now. It's not firing every qualified worker that we have. Okay? That is not the solution. I have the solution. Okay? It consists of a very simple concept, a very simple principle. How do we utilize the intrinsic value of our elected officials? Let me repeat that. How do we best utilize the intrinsic value of our elected officials? Okay? 2 simple words, folks. 2 words. Cage match. Cage match. We take 2 elected officials that don't like each other, and believe me, there are plenty of those, okay? We put them in a cage. Is that okay? Any objections? He likes it. This man, he's finally laughed. One time the man has laughed the whole session. Now he laughs.
I love it.
He likes that. Oh, he's into that. The guy's kind of strong, too. He likes this. Okay. We do one other thing, folks. No ambulances within 10 miles of the arena. Wait a second. In your last thing, in your last presentation, it says 5 miles. I enlarged the radius, okay? It's now 10 miles. Are you okay with that? More time to bleed, okay? Good. Okay. We sell international pay-per-view. The money rolls in. What a delightful thought. Utilizing the intrinsic value of our elected officials in a cage, okay? Increased revenues, decreased politicians. Bingo. Now, who should we use? Who should we use? Any thoughts? Who should we use?
Rand Paul and Chuck Schumer.
That's good. That's actually quite good. The problem with that is a lot of people don't know who Rand Paul is, but that was good. And I'm going to steal that for my next routine, but I'm not using that tonight, okay? I'm going to a different match, okay?
Marjorie Taylor Greene and the girl with the large eyes.
You know, this man earned a bonus. This is, I don't believe this, man. This guy earned a bonus. I think you earned a bonus last time.
I did earn a bonus.
You earned a bonus. You said Elon Musk, and you were right. And the man, what can we get him? What can we get this man?
What can we do?
Well, you're in control of this, aren't you? Oh my God, my light's almost up. Oh God. Okay, let me keep going. Okay. So, you're right. In the red corner, standing 5'3" tall and weighing 165 pounds. She can deadlift 300 pounds. Who is it? Well, he just said who it was. Marjorie Taylor Greene. And in the blue corner, standing 5'4" tall and weighing 145 pounds, we have Kamala Harris. Oh no. I've been told when she found out who she was fighting, she fainted. They can't revive her, folks. What are we going to do? Ah, good news. From Japan, we have a replacement. Standing 364 feet tall and weighing 62,500 metric tons, we have, who do we have?
Godzilla.
The man is right every time. This man, you related to Einstein, sir? We have Godzilla. Godzilla. They face off. It's an even match. It looks even. They're looking for an opening. All of a sudden, Green lunges forward, and she goes, ah! Godzilla recoils in terror. He looks at Green, he realizes it's his mother. Green is his mother. He turns. He flees. He takes half of the arena with him. Winner, Green. I couldn't do my second match. Very sorry. You're going to have to wait for next week, folks.
Going for Norm. I feel like when I sued you, I was real nice about it.
You sued?
No, I'm kidding.
I gotta add something. I have been sued, believe it or not.
What?
by a woman for having sex on a bicycle. This is true, even though I didn't even.
The bicycle she left you? You let her come back?
Story.
True story for next time? Is it quick?
You want me to tell my life story next time? All right.
Yeah, I
That's
do.
a true story.
I believe it. How he had sex on a bicycle, that could be a
Without having
podcast.
a bicycle.
Without
Makes it more difficult.
With a bicycle or on
Guys,
a bicycle?
listen. We all know my strange addiction. We all know people fuck their cars, okay? We all know. Keep it going for Norm. I love Norm. He's like Mark's cousin, you know, if you know Mark. I feel like that's true, no? Nobody else? Nobody gives a fuck. Everybody wants to go up. It's okay. I'm so excited to see this guy again. Please put your hands together for the very funny Ricky O, everybody!
What's up, guys? It's Friday, huh? Woo! Woo, it's Friday. Yeah. Anybody got plans tonight? No? Shit, me either. Yeah, I'm a lonely dude. Yeah. So I know I look like I shop at the adult Baby Gap. Yeah, no, I just got off of work not long ago. I know it doesn't look like I work either. Yeah. But, yeah, surprisingly I got a job. I don't know if you guys can tell, I got a couple tattoos. Yeah, ever since I got these things, people have been recognizing me a lot more, and I don't know why. I think I've gotten a little funnier too, because whenever I go into somewhere asking for a job application, they laugh in my face and ask me if I'm joking. It's kind of rough. It's rough out here, I tell you. Yeah, but so shit. Sorry, I didn't know where I wanted to start. I'm getting kind of nervous right now. I'm pretty high up here. Anybody else high as fuck? Yeah, I recently just came back from San Francisco. I was going up there to see a friend, you know, like see the sights and stuff. It was cool as fuck. It was pretty cool. Do you guys ever take a really long road trip and like hate when your passengers have to take a piss or, you know, take a shit, whatever? You know, that shit's annoying. Like you don't ask the captain of a boat to pull over in the middle of the sea. Like you do what any sensible person would do, and you take a shit out the window. Nah, but yeah. Damn. Yeah, I went to go check out a restaurant that I used to like to eat at yesterday, in Pasadena too. It was a Mongolian barbecue place. It was really cheap. It was good. But I rolled up and the place was fucking close to vermin. I'm like, dude, I know. It was fucking $12 for like a four pound plate. I fucking know, dude. Yeah, that shit's crazy. I was pretty sad that it closed, but I was pretty sad I used to eat there. Yeah. Hey, you guys fans of Clint Eastwood's? I see some old people in the crowd. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Nah, but yeah. I was thinking, imagine if Clint Eastwood did Brokeback Mountain. Like that'd be kind of crazy, right? Like, come over here and kiss me, pilgrim. Or like, in the midst of everything, I don't know if I came, but I got a question. You feeling horny, punk? Yeah, I think you call it the good, the bad, and the gay. All right, I'm gonna get out of this hole. I feel like I'm digging myself into. Yeah. So. Yeah, these tattoos. I think I'm pretty. I'm so like unconfident about myself. I got my tattoos to like cover up my what's it called? My hairline that's going back here. Basically, I had the McDonald's. I was sponsored by McDonald's. I had the golden fucking arches. No, but yeah, that's how fucking. I've been told that I'm like the most unconfident person with head tattoos that anyone's ever seen. And right now I can feel why. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, but yeah, how much more time I got?
You have about 6 minutes.
Damn, fuck. All right. So anybody else like a father here or yeah, I'm a father, yeah. I'd be shocked if any of you were mothers. But yeah, I'm a dad. I'm 25 right now, and 15 years my my son's gonna be 18. It's pretty crazy to think about. I mean, it's a lot of time too, you know. But I mean, like 15 years ago, I was still pissing the bed and fucking and putting on a mask like Rey Mysterio in my underwear. So yeah, I think it's pretty scary to think that in that same amount of time I'm supposed to raise, you know, a little dude. That's already I have a son, into a fully grown man, you know. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. But I think I have enough time, you know. That's about 2 more car accidents and a mental breakdown. So it's a good amount of time. Yeah. Speaking of time, I think I'm gonna just cut it short. Thank you guys. I don't have an Instagram, nothing like that, but I'm gonna come around, so you'll see me.
My hand's wet from hand sanitizer. That was like a really crazy interaction, I feel like, for you to experience. Give it up one more time for Ricky O. Dude, you're funny. You really are. You gotta know. I think if you're a competent comedian, you're a piece of shit. Sorry. Sorry. I've seen them. And what? Alan, what? You? Really? You? Get out of here. Come on. Okay. Well, I'm gonna bring up, is your LA School of Comedy debut? Are you performing?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
What?
I'm just, like, here to enjoy.
Wow. Give it up for Dylan, everybody. Wow. You sure? That's so sweet. How'd you guys meet?
Hell no.
No.
How'd you guys, how long you been friends?
We've been friends for what, like 5 years? Some shit like that around, yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Give it up for male friendship. It saves lives, dude. Really. These guys have no friends. That's how we get murder. You know what I mean?
Knowing my friends pretty early.
Yeah.
With my shows this way.
Beautiful.
They'll be used to it later.
They'll be used to it later. Stop. You gotta, I mean, that's like the hardest thing about, I think, being a comedian, getting people to come to your shows. You know what I mean? Like, you get really desperate. Like, you reach out to that bitch that, like, you know what I mean? Like, I reached out to somebody that, like, I didn't really even like my least favorite coworker. He's like, oh, I'll be there because I'm a real one. And I was like, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know. Like, he calls women hoes, you know? But he doesn't get any. That's the craziest part. That's the craziest part. If he was, like, drowning in punani, I'd be like, okay, like, whatever. But, you know, he's just tall. He just has that going for him. But besides that, it's really... You know Larry X. You know what I'm talking about. Come on! He hates when I talk to him when I'm on stage. We got our 2 audience members right next to each other. I love it. Okay, well, I'm gonna bring up the comedy of Billy Ramirez, everybody. You know me, love him. Let's laugh.
All right, I got something to see if I remember all this new stuff. I mean, it's not new stuff. It's version 2. All right, thank you. It's nice being here at this men's group meeting at this public access Pee-wee's Playhouse that's going on here. So actually, you were mentioning you only have 15 years. Like, that's only like one more GTA, really. Yeah. The way those are going, like, it just hit me today that so they delayed GTA 6, and it hit me like I might not reach GTA 9 at this point. Like 7, probably 8, 9 might be a reach. Like, oh man, because they're coming out 13, 14 years apart now. Yeah, gonna measure your lives in GTAs. Let's see, what do I want to talk about? I was stuck in traffic recently in LA. Yeah, of course. But I was stuck behind a gray, slow-moving gray Grand Caravan. And at first, I was upset that I was stuck behind a slow gray Grand Caravan. Then I was upset about the fact that I was stuck behind a slow gray Grand Caravan, you know, like those gray grand pianos. You see those classically trained pianists play, or like those gray clothes you would wear to a grand ballroom. You know, could you imagine a gray Grand Canyon? And then I just started. I was stuck behind this van long enough. I started feeling bad for the driver. Like, you know, I hope you didn't want this gray Grand Caravan. I'm hoping that, for your sake, I hope you got suckered into it. You know, like. I just imagine like at the dealership, he wraps up a test drive, and the salesman's like, "So, how do you feel about this caravan? She's real nice." Like, yeah, you know, the caravan's nice, but does it come in gray? Gray? No, listen. You don't just get gray, okay? You earn gray. You graduate to gray, all right? But if you think you're ready for gray, you're gonna have to spend some real big bucks and get yourself a Grand Caravan, all right? Doesn't come with tinted windows, but it comes with tinted regret. Let's see. I get a kick out of the term time of the month. Yeah, I do. I get a kick out of time of the, because like us dudes, we throw it around so loosely. You know, it's like, oh, time of the month. You know, like it's a traffic update. You know, like, it's her time of the month. Like she just got a Groupon for menstrual cramps. You know, and I think part of it is that I think dudes may not understand what's really going on because it's really intense. Like as far as I understand it, and Sam might be able to back me up here. As far as I understand what goes on in there, like once a month, the uterus prepares itself to host a baby, right? Puts up crib sheets and motivational posters like "You can do it, zygote," you know. And then if no baby shows up, then the uterus ejects the nursery over the course of some uncomfortable few days, basically, right? You know, yeah, but there's no male equivalent to that. Yeah, there's no male equivalent. There's no monthly thing to prepare for. But what if there was? Just imagine if once a month the male stomach prepared itself to host a salad. And then if no salad appears, then for the next 3 days is just explosive diarrhea. I'm talking biblical Hershey squirts, like El Chorro if you speak Espanol like I do, you know. So, yeah. And then women could say, oh, time of the month, you know, like, oh, hey, what's going on? A time of the month? Like, oh, yeah. Like, oh, my stomach feels like it's in a figure 4 leg lock. Like, well, why don't you just have a salad? Like, why don't you just mind your own business? You know, but then it could produce, like, some positive moments. Like, you see a friend you haven't seen in a while, and you're like, oh, my God, Derek, look at you. You are glowing. What's going on with you? Like, finally happened. I did it. I've been trying for years, but finally had a salad. Did you? Congratulations. That explains why your skin is so radiant. Like, oh man, it's like, yeah, you know, it was a lot of work, but it was worth it. Yeah. I've had a few myself, you know, and you know, I got to tell you, you're going to enjoy the delivery. It's going to be great. So if I don't see you before then, you have a great poop. All right. But don't just be careful that post-poopum depression is a bitch. All right. So it got me real bad after a kale Caesar from Sweet Greens. All right. Yeah, okay, why not? We'll do that one. I'm trying to figure. I just rewrote it today, which is dumb. It's like it's too fresh. I'm trying to find my jumping point. I'll do a different one. This one's dumb, so that's why I'm going to do it. You know the group Hall & Oates. You ever wonder? Yeah, good. Yeah, give it up for Hall & Oates. Woo, Daryl Hall and John Oates. I always wonder if John Oates ever worked up the courage to talk to Daryl Hall about maybe going as Oates and Hall, like at least for one tour or something. You know, it's just like, yeah, I'd like to think maybe he had a couple too many drinks, and at one point it's like, you know, Daryl, can I talk to you? You know, how about like for one concert we go as Oates and Hall, you know, because I play guitar, I sing, you know, like I do things, and then Daryl Hall would go like, wait, Oates, no, listen, no, it's Hall and Oates, right? It's the name before the and is the leader, right? And I'm the leader, and like that's just the way it is. And plus, you know, I don't want to bring this up, but you look like Kenny Powers from Eastbound and Down, and then John Oates would be like, what do you mean I'm? What do you mean I look like Kenny Powers from Eastbound and Down? This is 1976. Like that, like he doesn't even exist yet. And then Daryl Hall would be like, how do you know he doesn't exist if he doesn't exist yet? See, now you're just being difficult. This is why it's Hall & Oates. Whatever. Let's see. So I purchased cannabis the other day, and that's my lead into why I was looking at my wallet. I got to figure out a better setup for that. But I was looking at my license, and I was looking at my organ donor sticker, and I thought, like, is that sufficient in 2025? Just an organ donor sticker? I think, like, in 2025, based on the economy, based on how people feel about medical execs, medical insurance execs, I think we should have more options on our license. Like, I think, how about, like, do not resuscitate? Yeah, I think about it. Like, if you get in a car wreck and you snap your neck, do you want to, you know, foot the bill for it for the rest of your life? Like, no, I mean, just imagine that. That way, when, you know, the paramedics show up and find your wallet in your back pocket, which is now under your chin, like pull out your license and see that sticker, like, oh yeah, okay, respect, I get it, all right, leave me alone, I don't know, but maybe the way things are going, though, an easier, more festive way to do things is just walk around with fake Mexican driver's licenses. Yeah, because that way you'll get free health care and a free trip, It might only be to Tijuana, but it's going to be worth it for the dental work alone. Let's see. How much time do I have?
About 2:30.
All right. Yeah, that should be enough. Who here believes that there's no such thing as a stupid question? Good. Yeah, because there is such a thing as a stupid question. Like, for example, the latest example for me was I recently went to lunch with a new friend. And within seconds of me chewing, my friend looked me dead in the face and asked, did you know that your jaw clicks when you eat? And then I looked him dead in the face and I said, did you know that my jaw is next to my ears? I hear it before you do. Okay, so. But another example last year was I flew from LA to Nashville for a business trip. And somewhere between LAX and the Nashville airport, I lost my license. And when I met up with coworkers in Nashville and told them, oh, I lost my license, the first thing they asked was like, oh, do you have your passport? I was like, right, yeah, you're right. How did I forget my passport? Yeah, I have it packed with my birth certificate and the Dead Sea Scrolls. Like, yeah, of course. My passport. We're in Nashville. Like, why would I need my passport? Like, I'm not drinking champagne on Emirates. It's like, I lost my license. I didn't defect to another country. Like, if I had my passport, I wouldn't be talking to you about how I lost my license. I'd be at the bar, drinking with a tab open under Mr. Worldwide or something like that. I don't know. It was so annoying. It's like, because they always ask like they're the first person to think of that. Like, oh, well, do you have your passport? It's just so annoying. It's like, oh, you lost your license. Oh, do you have your passport? Or, oh, my car broke down. Like, oh, do you have your limo and driver? Like, or, I lost my keys. Well, oh, do you have your keys? Like, oh, get out of my face. Like, I wish I could lose you. Anyways, that's all I had planned for today. My name is Billy Ramirez. You can find me at BillyRamirez.com and Middle Aged Muchacho. Please welcome back to the stage Samantha Linderman.
Thank you. Keep going for Billy,
when you do that, you look like you're going to smack someone. Yeah, because you come up like...
I have to assert my dominance. I have to let you guys see my balls hanging. You know what I mean? When I go up, You gotta know what I'm talking about. Come on, balls. Come on. I hate when comics do that. I don't know why I just did that. It's like, I'm a girl. Whatever. No, this is my like middle school dream, like being in a room full of men who are listening. Even if it's pretend, I mean, wow, if I could look at me now. Okay, I'm so excited to bring up this LA School of Comedy regular. He's a force of, I don't know what I was trying to do there. He's a power. Patty, you're a powerful comedian. Get your ass up here. Let's go. Come on.
Witness my power!
He's wearing like a vest with a hood today, and I like it.
Like the vest with the hood? But come on, you guys. Wake up a little.
Normally.
What is going on here? We're all tired. Wake up, little campers! I tell you, it's a lucky thing I have supplements. Because, gas went up again, and when gas gets past a certain point, I just buy meth and run everywhere. It came back down, Don't, look, I hate when people shit on meth. Don't you, Mark? Fucking meth, they talk so badly about it. Meth has some good points. It got me off crack. You fucking got me right off. I won't even go near it anymore. That's enough. It's about enough. Hey, I don't know if you know Alan Weiss. Give a round of applause for Alan Weiss. He's not told anyone yet. He's been cast as an autistic vampire with a math fetish. Yes, it's new. It's called Twilight on the Spectrum. It's coming out soon. Yeah, you definitely want to see that. Norman, give it up for Norman. Is that something? I want to join your cult, baby. I'm with you. Wherever you're leading, I'm going. I like the Marjorie Taylor Greene. However, your first bit that I saw with the Nancy Pelosi cunt punch, you get a Nancy Pelosi cunt punch in the middle of your act. Where do you go from there? There's not a lot of places to go. Is what I'm trying to tell you. All right, I have to tell you, as you can tell, Norman has taught me a thing. You know what he taught me last week? Never bring a service animal to a hot yoga orgy. It's a bad thing. But as you can tell, I'm a little bit older than most of you. So, and that means something for me to be here and Norman to be here at the same time. Doesn't it? Means something. Means there's 2 empty seats in the balcony at the Muppet Show. Mark like that. I like that.
Who's Mark? My name's Mark.
You look like a Mark to me. For tonight, will you be my Mark? Is he adorable? Am I right? God, I'm gonna talk to the wife. Give it up. Give it up for Mark. That's true. You'll have to humor me. At some point, like my children, I have a child. They look at me. I can't tell which one it is. Come on, your parents have called you by the wrong name. Am I right? No, my father wouldn't. Hardly knew my name. He would just look at me and go, get me a fucking beer. But I had the same name he has. That's kind of fucked up. You have to realize, in the 70s, the bar was low. The bar was low. It was like in the 70s, people beat their children in public. People beat other people's children in public. I know my mom did. Yeah, it was, people threw garbage out their window as they were driving and didn't think anything of it. Just threw it right out the window. There was dog shit everywhere. They didn't invent pooper scoopers or bags until about 1981. All right, that's enough of this. That's enough of this. I'm going to tell you a story. It's going to make me a little bit vulnerable. Do you mind if I'm a little bit vulnerable with you guys? I just turned 62. Okay, that's not okay. I just keep breathing, all right? Face isn't bad. Neck is 73. My phone knows it. It sends me 2 coupons for turtlenecks constantly. And the fellas are in a race for ground level. And the left one's in the lead. I don't know if you have a urologist? Eventually you will. You have a urologist. The left one does a lot of the heavy lifting. The left one is the senior partner. That's true. And what it is, and I'm just going to say it out loud, it is the biggest trick that God has ever played on us. Because the ugliest portion of my anatomy is responsible for the most beautiful things in my life. And by that, I mean my 3 beautiful children. Have 5, but 2 of them annoy me. But can I say this? It looks like there's more testosterone here than in a gay rodeo. I could tell it was a gay rodeo when I went. They had a gift shop and a glory hole. And Sam, I hate to do this to you, but I have to. You are the. Have you ever seen a good-looking ball sack? Have you ever looked at a ball sack and gone, "Wow, that's hot"?
I try not to look.
Okay, good. See, that's my point. That's my point. So, by a round of applause here, who has children? Okay, is that Mark Jr.? Okay, and how many people here are children or former children? Any children or former children here? Okay, very good. Yeah. Do any of you call your parent by their first name? Yeah, because if you do, you're not the favorite. Okay, you are not the favorite. My son Mandrake calls me by his first name. I suspect it's his way of getting back at me for naming him Mandrake. But at the time, I was a cruise ship magician, and I was doing a lot of meth. I love him, though. I love my son Mandrake. And he came out last month as a passive-aggressive power bottom.
What?
That's a hell of a thing for a father to read on his son's Grindr profile. Spoiler alert, I have boundary issues. But the thing is, we love him. My wife and I are not homophobic. We support him. I gotta love him, right?
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest, we're a little disappointed. A little bit, Mark. A little bit disappointed. Because we were hoping for a top. But as long as he's healthy. You know what I mean? I've had a little trouble in the bedroom lately. I'm not going to show you anything. I'm just putting this down. I've been a shooting pool with a rope. Mark knows what I mean. Just a little short on the lead in my pencil. You get it? You know what I mean? So I had to reach for the blue pill, Norman. Shut up! Shut up! I set the fucking thing up! I gotta back up now. I'm gonna slap you on your bald head. Just like on Benny Hill. Come here. Bad Norman! Give him a round of applause. I forgot the joke I was telling now. So much fun. What was it?
Blue pill. Blue pill.
Oh, yeah, I had to reach for the blue pill, guys. You know what I mean? Klonopin. Klonopin. 10s, the strong ones. Yeah. I'm still not able to perform, but I'm not as anxious about it. My wife looked relieved, to be honest with you. She looked like she did when she came back from court last month and hadn't been picked for jury duty. Because that's what I am. I'm fucking jury duty, you know? And she is a dutiful citizen wife she'll do me if she has to. But really, 31 years together, she'd be happy if I picked someone else and just didn't discuss the details of the crime at home. There's another reason that couples stay together. 31 years, a long time, especially in LA. Fear of change, rent control, mostly rent control. Actually, completely rent control. Because if me minus you means I live in a double-wide trailer in Temecula with a roommate, we can work it out. Just work. What do you need to do, baby? Just do it. Do it, and unlike a vegan, keep that shit to yourself. Don't mention it in our luxury 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath garden apartment here in Brentwood that we've lived in since 10 minutes before they invented dirt. I know where I'm at on the totem pole. I know where I would stand if it came between me and that apartment, Norm. See me on Dateline. That reminds me, I better go home and clear all the antifreeze out of my fucking house. I like the people that get that and then the people that don't get it. I can't tell if Colin Aisley got it. I can't say his last name very well, and he knows it. He enjoys. He look at him, looking at me. I'm looking at you, looking at me, Colin Aisley. Colin Aisley doesn't have to say a word to me, and I feel like I've lost an argument I wasn't having. What the fuck does that mean, Mark? Tell me. Can we all agree that this fucking crazy... Look, I don't know who you voted for. I don't really care who you voted for. But this fucking shit has gone too far. You know, they deported a gay barber with a SpongeBob tattoo as proof that he was part of a dangerous criminal organization. Come on. That's fucked up. I'm mad, and I'm not even political, but that was my barber. That was my barber. Hard to find a $12 cut on the west side. What I'm trying to say. Well, you guys have been pretty good. Give yourself a round of applause. You're all right. I just wanted to make an announcement. I'm going to get off the stage here. You know, at my age, you guys probably remember your nocturnal emissions, your wet dreams. At my age, I don't have wet dreams. I have wet naps. I have wet naps. And I had a wet nap earlier today. And I'm just going to share it with you. It started out with Lizzo, and I was licking her fupa, but it was big Lizzo. It wasn't little fucking Lizzo. It was great big fucking Lizzo. And her fupa was fucking saltier than you could imagine. You know what I mean? But it did bother me. It did bother me. You know why? You know why? Because I'm a chubby chaser. You know, fuck, I don't like that. It's a demeaning term. I prefer big game hunter. I'm a big game hunter. And I'm going down, and as I'm getting down to the nappy dugout, I'm going down there to take care. She morphs into Kellyanne Conway from the first Trump administration. You remember her? Remember her? She had kind of like a dirty, ratty, bleach blonde thing, and she could talk in circles. And she keeps on blaming her inability to climax on the Obama administration. And then I came harder than I ever did in my life. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You've been adequate. Keep it going for your host, Sam Linderman. Come on, give it up.
Keep it going for Patty. You come to the mic and you come hard. You know, that's what you gotta do. You gotta just show up, show out. And I love this next comedian. Y'all good? You good in the back? Peanut Gallery? Someone else's turn now, guys. Somebody else's turn. And we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait till the room's quiet. And does this look like a happy? That's why I talk to the kids. You can talk to kids the same way you talk to your drunk friends who are trying to get an Uber. I did that. I got like up on the table and I was like, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. One more shot and then we're out the door. The kids love me. I have to be real. They love me. And I love this next comedian. He's freaking hilarious. Put your hands together for Aguinaldo Lobo. Another vest. It's a beautiful vest. I don't always shake hands. We're so professional.
I really don't have any new material, but I can tell you, my name is Aguinaldo Lobo, a.k.a. Angelo. And it's a great night tonight because, I'll tell you guys why, but I used to come here because it was also my therapy. But for some reason back there tonight, I was texting my therapist. And I said, help. Magic words. And I heard so many good things today, man, but I'll tell you guys why I came here. Sam said it earlier. I would have never wanted to be anywhere else tonight. Tonight's a special night. It's my 54th birthday. And after hearing Patty on 64? 62.
64.
62. Jeez, man. I feel a lot better. I feel good. I was thinking, though, like every time I go to the doctor now, for some reason, it's like, I think it's trick questions. Are you getting up to pee more often than ever before? I go, no, it's pretty good. Oh, we're not going to get that prostate checked, huh? You know, and it's like if I don't have insurance, I don't get any tests. If I got insurance, I get every test in the book. And they send me to this specialist and send me to another specialist. But I'm realizing now I just keep my mouth shut. I feel good. I can squat. I can do my gym. I'm doing good. But I really was thinking on the way over here, what can I talk about? What can I do? I want to vent about online dating. You know, I'm at an age where it's not like it used to be. What happened to the good old days? Man, I see a young lady. I ask her for her number. She gives it to me. I go home. I call her. She said, really? You're going to come and pick me up? I said, I'm going to go there tonight. But my dad's here. My brothers are here. They're 6 feet tall. My dad's a wrestling coach. See, but we had courage under fire. We were men. So I'd show up, I'd ring that bell. I'd put on my helmet and my bulletproof vest first. But I ring the bell, and sure enough, there's the dad. And then the 2 brothers come around the corner. And I look up, I say, oh, shit. And then the mom's sitting there with a smile. What's he going to do? Right? And the girl would come around the block. This is the first night. And the dad says, yeah. I said, Mr. Gomez, I'm here to pick up your daughter. So I said, I'm Joe Lobo's kid. And then all of a sudden, he looks me up and down. You're Lobo's kid? Joe Lobo? We went right back. I grew up with your dad. Come on in. All of a sudden, the brothers go away. The daughter comes out. The mom's happy. We get in the car. This is the first night. She says, wow, you did good with my dad, my brothers. This was the old days, man. Chivalry. I'd have flowers in the back. And all of a sudden, she says, why don't you come down? Let's go down to the beach. We don't have to go to the restaurant. We'll go down to the beach. And then you put a little Sade on. Sade, man. Remember those days? You put some Sades. We'll go down to Lover's Lane. And right when you get there, you hear those magic words roll off her lips. Wanna fuck? It was the first date. Those are the days. You have a few lined up like that. Now I gotta swipe right, swipe left, take them out to eat. What the heck is all of this shit? But I'm doing good. I mean, 5 kids later with 3 different women. Those were the days. You know? Talk about divorce? Oh, I'll tell you. Went through the ringer. But it was something magical that happened when they said defendant. And then they give you a bill. You never see the kids again, but you get a bill. Yeah, couldn't afford anything because I had to pay the bill. You know, but I love my kids, my boys. I got a 16-year-old. He's about to drive, and I'm so proud of him, you know. But I wasn't doing too good in class, so I said, hey, I really need you to fix your grades, okay? What is it going to take? Look, I'm going to give you $500, but I want you to, if you get all grades, I'll give you $500. And he sat there and he's thinking and he's thinking and he's thinking. And I go, yeah, he's going to do it. He's really going to put these grades up. I go, you're going to get it, right? You're going to get it? He goes, actually, Dad, yeah, what? He goes, I'm thinking about which teacher would take the bribe. So my apple doesn't fall from the tree. I tried to bribe. As most of you know, I'm a sober man. I've been sober 20-something years. No, don't clap at that. Life changes. Hold up. It's not like the old days. A few kilos, a couple of prostitutes, Jack and Coke, penthouse suite in Vegas. Those are, I had fun. Wasn't gonna lie. Could never get it up, but I had fun. And I never did anything with the Coke, with the girls, but I did everything else. But I was thinking, now it's changed. I had this girl, she's smoking a lot of pot. And she says, can I come over? We're gonna have fun. And I'm thinking, like, fun for me? I wanna watch TV. I'm in bed by 9. What kind of fun do you wanna have? She's like, oh yeah, you're sober. I said, why don't you go ahead, smoke all the shit you want. And when you want the munchies, you come over. She says, oh, okay, what are you going to have? See, before I used to put the Coke on me and put the Coke on the hookers, and it'd be fun, sucking, licking, and doing every that shit. You know what I mean. Come on. Don't play dumb with me. Noam here knows what I'm talking about. He's laughing like, yeah, man, those were the days. Hugh Hefner, right, in that little tunnel with the pools. I know. I know. Now she calls me. She says, what do we got going on? I said, well, I got a bag of Cheetos. I'm going to sprinkle that all over myself. It's munchies. Yeah, things have changed being sober. But I tell you, I would have never wanted it a different way. It happened the way it was supposed to happen. I remember the repo guy was looking for my Mercedes. It was a cat game because I couldn't pay for it. I was buying 8 balls. He's like, and he would come around the corner. I see the truck. I said, oh, I'm going to park 2 streets over. Then I see the truck come behind. One day I left it right in my driveway. He was in the driveway. Well, those were the days. Those were the days. I wonder when I moved from Boston, there was a guy named Paco. Paco used to say, hey, Lobo, come here, man. Paco, mira, maricón. Hey, I got to tell you one time, man. Just don't fuck my sister, okay? It was too late for that. When you're young, dumb, full of cum, what are you going to do? She got to me first. I was at my locker. She said, Lobito, come to my house. Paco and all the family, they're going to a lake. They're going fishing. They never catch anything like boots and tires. You come over, I'm going to make you some pasteles. Oh, those were the days. Yeah, she has one of my kids. Word has it, Paco's still looking for me. Went to jail for 30 years for murder. He's coming out around now. My son's about 30-something, so I'm going to let him handle it. So I want you to meet your uncle. Yeah, where is he? Is that guy there that's all tattooed up and talking like Tony Montana? Where's your fucking father, man? I'm gonna kick his ass now, man. Kill him. I see the light, thank you. All right, well, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I don't really have any jokes. I love you guys because you all have jokes. It's great. You guys all have jokes. You were great, man. You guys got jokes. I don't have jokes. I just stories. I remember when my first job, my dad kicked the bed. You gotta get a job, you bum. I'm 13. I don't care. You go see Louis at the fish market. He gives me a piece of paper with Louis' name on it. So I go down to the fish market and I hand it. He says, oh, you're Lobo's kid? Okay, get in there. I think I'm going to sweep the warehouse, do something easy. He puts me on the conveyor belt. And he goes, you're going to sit here and you sort the fish, okay? Caralho. Portuguese, You can't mess with them because you know where you end up. Dead with the fishes. So I'm putting the bucket and I'm like, oh, this is not bad. Little scallops. See, they didn't care about sanitation. You put scallops, you caught, and they're coming down. All of a sudden, the belt goes, and they're all coming down. I can't handle it. I'm putting it over here. What the fuck is this and that? And this little Portuguese guy walks by and says, Lobo, hey, don't worry. The money don't smell like fish. What the fuck? No, that was my first job. Hey guys, well no, actually I was hot wiring cars by 13. Oh yeah, I'm not that innocent. I did my time. Actually, I never did the time, but I did the crime. You know, when you're young, you're dumb, full of cum. You don't know. You just do the things. You know, Norm. It was a really honor to be here on my 54th birthday. Thank you.
Is it really your birthday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Want to see my ID?
Happy
Birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Aguinaldo Coelho sobre el Lobo. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much.
I didn't know it was his birthday. I would have had water bottles or something. We could have had a little cake or something. You guys feeling good? The night's almost, it's a long night for you to be. Let's give it up for our audience. Larry, you guys still don't want to come up? That's fine. That's fine. You don't see this and think I could do that. That's how I started comedy. I was like, I could do that. What the fuck are they doing? I could do that. But I am I keep saying the same thing, but it's Friday. It's Friday. But then you guys can clip it and it's consistent or whatever. So excited to bring up this next comedian. He's not only our producer tonight, but he is the head of the Film Actors Cafe. If you're thinking, Sam, I want to do comedy. I want to be a comedian. I don't need to be an actor. You also don't have to be a fucking idiot. No, stop. Come on. Don't you want to be an actor? Everybody wants to be an actor. And comedy is a performing art. I love storytelling. Aganello, he's not listening. I love storytelling. And I love Aaron McIntyre, so put your hands together, everybody. Let's go. Let's do it.
Thank you very much. Thank you in the back. I know. Stop the band. Hi, guys. Everybody's looking good. You're looking good. Hey, you snuck in.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. Tricky. I've been thinking about the head tattoo. I gotta say, I think that it's about time. Don't you? It's about time. Because I just turned 64. 64. I know I look like a child. I know. The women are all hot for this shit, And no, I don't have a urologist. Fuck you. Okay. No urologist. That's right. I just peed out of my leg every day. It's fine. I'm going to get a little Ziploc down there. And I do also have hot ball sacks. Yes. You want to take a look after the show? I'm going to be showing them off. So, I did that. Don't remember if I'm a child, because it's been so long. That is the thing about getting older, right? They don't prepare you for getting older. So all you youngsters out there, I was born in the mid-1900s, all right? We used to cook with black iron shit. Sorry, Billy. I cast iron. That's what it's called. Yeah, I was gonna little call back to Wednesday. But they don't prepare you, because now you go into the gym. Alan was talking about he's going into the gym. He's a young man. He's tall. He's thin. He goes and stands against the pumped up guys, and he makes them feel good about themselves. I go into the bathroom, and I'm getting to the locker room, and I'm getting changed, and I look over and I go, oh my God, that guy is so fucking fat and wrinkly. And then I look down and I go, oh my God, you're so fucking fat and wrinkly. Just happens overnight. I got the brain of a 20-year-old. Actually, more like a 2-year-old, but, what are you going to do? Haven't had sex in like 14 years. It's dog years, so you can do the math. But still, it has been a long time. I had a really nice little affair, a little tryst with, and I'm not gay, okay? I don't just because I talk like this does not mean I'm gay. I don't know why I said that. I've only been with 3 guys, okay? So they did not go well. Did not go well at all, I gotta tell you. But I'm a people pleaser. I tried my best, but it just wouldn't work, if you know what I mean. Yeah. First one was because I needed a ride. Yeah. Second one is I wanted to get high. The third one was, no, wait a minute. No, that's not the third. That was the first one. The first one was just molestation. So, that was, got that out of the way. I know. It's got a little dark in here. That's okay. It's okay. That's all right. I can live with it. I've actually I've come to terms with it because it was both a brother and a sister. So, I kind of got both sides of the coin there, and I made my choices. I'm a big Pusey. Don't know if you know about the Pusey. It's another word that we use a lot, but I just think that it's incorrect because it's pusillanimous, which means yellow-bellied or chicken-hearted or, So it's not the word you're thinking of, sir, if you're thinking about going and finding some ladies out there. It's not that area, okay? Because I think that you don't call somebody who's chicken-livered, or no, not chicken-livered, chicken-hearted, or lily-padded. It could be lily-padded or chicken-livered or whatever. You don't call them that because that is like putting them up on a pedestal. Because I don't know about you, but I like the other word. I like that, You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Mark? I'm just gonna call you fucking Mark all night long. Right, Mark?
I'm Mark.
Hey, Mark. Well, it's tattooed right on your head there. I like that. I like that, because they don't, they're kind of, they're very coy, and, they there was something else they do. What else do they do? They kind of look at you. I don't know, sizing you up. They're very finicky, very, very finicky. I like to play with them. Let's get out the little laser pointer. Meow, meow, meow. A couple of people got that. Colin always gets it. He sits back there. He's like a sphinx. He sits back there. Mm-hmm. He's taking it all in. And then he goes, I wish I could do that. Fuck, man, I wish I could do that. God damn. It'd be even better if it was like when I was in high school, it was this. I did the Cher. That's right. I was a hippie. I was a long-haired hippie. And I think that because I gave my parents so much shit being a hippie, I think that's why this happened. Because I got 2 brothers who are like at least 12 years older than me. They're both more than 12 years older than me. And they've got these fucking gorgeous heads of hair. I'm the only one who lost it all. I think it was lack of sunlight. Being in theater, you stay inside a lot. What was that? Bald what?
Bald milkman.
It was a bald milkman. If I gotta tell you, the bald milkman must have looked really a lot like my dad because I look exactly like my dad, and so don't look like my mom. Don't look like her right now, especially because she's dead. Yeah, went and took care of her. Did a great job. She died. So got that out of the way because she used to go to the doctors, and the doctors kept saying, your body. I mean, this woman was 98 years old, okay? 98 years old, did not take one medication. Absolutely nothing. Every once in a while, she'd get restless leg syndrome, and have you ever seen that? Where people, like, their legs don't stop? She had to take stuff for that every once in a while. But other than that, she was fine. She'd go into the doctor, and they go, you're going to live to 110. And she'd go, God, please don't tell me that. She really did not want to do that. She used to lay around all day. I swear to God, hours and hours I put up with, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye. I think she was just trying to get the right frequency, you know, so that God would come down and take her away. But she never got it, because I had to kill her. I just thought of that joke just now. She'd love it. She would have loved that joke, I got to tell you. She had a great sense of humor. I fell and knocked myself out one time off the couch, and rather than go get some water, you know, I mean, you know, you're a kid, okay? You got a kid. Kid's knocked out on the floor. What do? What do you do, Mark? You pick them up, maybe. Well, you got to watch the neck. But yeah, you know, you pick them up. You maybe like this. No, she takes the vacuum and starts vacuuming around my head. And then when I woke up, she goes, "I told you not to jump on that fucking couch." Yeah. I just feel like I sucked all the air out of this room. I feel pretty good about it. Yeah. I am mentally ill, so, you know. It's okay. Bipolar, you know. Doesn't mean you live on both sides of the earth, you know. Not like bi-coastal, but commute. Way worse than bi-coastal, I gotta tell you. And then I'll leave you with my favorite little joke. You know that I found out that the penguins, you know the penguins, how they got penguins on the South Pole but not on the North Pole? I figured out what it was. Santa Claus kicked them out because the elves were trying to fuck them. And sometimes they would get away with it, right? And then they had all these little flipper elves, you know, and when they grew up, the flippers wouldn't be able to make toys, and the elves wouldn't do any of their work. So, you know, Santa had to deport them. At least he didn't send them down to El Salvador, but that's all I'm going to do tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for the smattering. Appreciate it. We got a couple things. Fourth, Sunday. In the afternoon, we got a Writers Club. In the early evening, we got Film Actors Cafe. Next Thursday, right up the street at Delphi, we got Karaoke Confidential. We're going to be doing some karaoke and doing some comedy and just having a big night of great fun. And if you want to get a hold of me, you can find me at Aaron McIntyre. That's AERON, not AARO. Fucking can't even spell my own name. AERONMACINTYRE. Or filmactorscafe.com. And now I shall bring up the great, the fabulate, Sam Linderman.
Keep it going for Aaron, everybody. I know you fucking talk. Keep it going for Aaron, everybody. You bring up old people. I have to do this for my dad. He watches. My grandfather's 91 years old. He used to like shower with bleach. Never brushed his teeth. Just one of those things. It was like, how are you living? Like, how are you living to the point where you get kicked out of a nursing home? That my grandma's like, he shouldn't be here. The food's too bad, and he doesn't get enough sunlight. And I'm like, he used to just stay up in his office and play solitaire and eat shit when he was fine, you know. So I don't know what that's about. But he was eating the nurse's food. Which is like, if I'm a nurse at an old age home, like, my food's gonna be like on a high shelf. Like, if it's at wheelchair height, like, that's on you. Low key, like, the local diabetic's gonna get it. Like, you know, I don't know. And he was wheeling into people's rooms at night, and he would lower their hospital beds. You guys don't think that's funny? I think that's so funny. What the fuck is wrong with you? This old man, right? Like, he's old enough to need a diaper, but he's old enough to say, I don't want it. Which is like, that's why like babies, like when they start talking, you're like, go to the bathroom. Like, I never understood that. Well, obviously you don't want to wear a diaper, but I was like, dude, that is fucking, like, imagine you're in a hospital bed and you're sleeping and you feel it like going to the ground. Like, I would just think it was like a slow, gentle death. And it's just my grandfather without his dentures, just on the loose. I wanted to give you guys that image. I just wanted to tell you more about me and my family. And if my grandfather's watching, how the fuck did you learn how to use YouTube? But I love this guy. You can find him everywhere. I want want him to promote himself more, get your ass up here. Colin Astley, everybody. The hair, the myth, the legend. Beautiful.
Hey, keep it going for Sam. Oh my goodness. Give it up for yourselves. You guys have been doing fantastic this evening. Billy, I know you said that you don't feel like you're gonna live till GTA 9, but you got to see a real life GTA character tonight. With I got out of a situationship not too long ago. That was fun. If you guys don't know what a situationship is, it's where two people come together to make sure that one person gets their heart broken. That's all that is. That's all that is. If you guys don't know, a situationship is like an internship where you don't get the job at the end. You're just doing all this work. Am I doing a good job? Oh yeah, you're doing great. 6 months later, do I get the job? Oh fuck no, that was free labor. I'm sorry. It's funny. People always say all these things about after a relationship ends. You know, all these like they'll say stuff like you dodged a bullet. You always hear that one. You dodged a bullet. Sure as hell felt like I hit a bullet. Pretty sure it felt like it went right through me. And there's a giant hole. And my buddy was like, yeah, but she might have, it's good. It ended because like it could have, lasted longer. I'm like, that's what I wanted. That was the plan. Here's one I love. She did you a favor. I don't think you know how favors work. I heard. Usually when, a favor is like someone helps you move your couch, not you end up crying on your couch. Two very different things. Yeah. What was the other one I like to hear? Oh, there's someone else's problem now. Yeah, that was a true one. That one actually kind of made me feel better. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Fuck them. Yeah. Because you get all, you forget all their, you really care. You start to like forget their bullshit. And then after a while and you have that distance and you're like, oh yeah, they're a pain in the ass. I mean, I'm a pain in the ass, but I've gotten used to it. I don't know. Yes, it is. I don't know. We all need maintenance. I feel like everyone just needs every relationship needs like a 2-year Toyota Care maintenance plan. Like we all just need someone to every like 6 months, just take whoever you're dating, take them in for, just get a tune up, whatever it is they need. Okay. We're not on board. Fuck that. Here's another one I like. Right person, wrong time. I'm good at finding the wrong person at the wrong time. I find the worst person when I'm the most vulnerable. That's my skill set. Okay, great. We'll move on. I love going to... Do we like a good, drive-through McDonald's run?
Woo. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love going to McDonald's. Whenever I take McDonald's home, I always eat it in my driveway. I never eat it. I never bring it upstairs. There's too much shame. No, there's no one home. It's not about sharing. I have only myself to share. No, it's like there's too much shame to bring it upstairs to my good, wholesome groceries. I don't want my groceries to see me. Like, where were you? Where have you been all night? Nowhere. I was just out. They're like, what is that on your shirt? Nothing. What is that? Salt? No, it's dandruff. It's dandruff. I don't know. My neighbors will see me stuffing my McDonald's. Like they're driving by, they see me just stuffing it. They're all judging. They pull out a celery stick. You're biting. No? Okay. That one's dumb.
That's good.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate my hype, man.
I got a text.
Okay, thank you. I don't know. It's just me arguing with the groceries, It's like, baby, listen, you got to understand. You will never be like a McFlurry. Okay. I'm not enough. Like it was a McFling. It didn't mean anything, I swear. That's all it was, baby. She's like, you need to leave right now. Where am I supposed to go? Go stay with your fucking whore, Wendy. Why don't you sleep in between her 100% never frozen patties? Okay. I'm like, I'm not leaving. She's like, then I'm leaving with my. I'm gonna go stay with my mother in the pantry. Okay. I end up getting depressed. I go in like an all-night bender. I wake up, I'm pounding just Big Macs and Whoppers all night. I wake up in line I wake up at 3 a.m. and fucking a fucking In-N-Out burger. There's still a line. Yeah. Okay. I saw this at the McDonald's. It said it was just like a little piece of paper. Someone put it right on the little speaker, and it said, "We are out of adult Happy Meals." I didn't know there were adult Happy Meals. I didn't know that we started giving those to adults. Why don't you be a real adult and just order a kid's Happy Meal and pretend it's for someone else? That's what a real adult does. Now we've gotten to a point where adults need Happy Meals, and we're not ashamed of it. I'm worried about that. All right. Here's the thing. Do you guys have this? They do this at drive-thrus all the time now. I'll order the food, pay at the first kiosk, then I get to the second one, and then they'll say after a minute, hey, can you drive forward and go into a parking spot, and we'll bring the food to you? They've been doing this. I'm like, there's a perfect window right here where you could give me the food. Instead, I have to drive away, and then they're running out, and they're like, so where are you going? I'm like, where you told me to. Where? I don't understand. All right. What else was I going to talk about? I wrote a bunch of new shit. A lot of people talk about like AI and how AI is making people dumber, which I think is true. But think about all the dumb people that it makes seem smart. There's a lot of people who are pretty. I do tutoring as a side thing, and like I do work with some kids that, man, they're dumb, but God, they're great at copy paste. They can do that shit really well. They got that down. You gotta give them some hope. I just hope we all meet in the middle. Really, I'm getting dumber. They're looking smarter. We're all just gonna talk through AI eventually. Okay. I treat AI so poorly, the way I talk to AI. Yeah. Like because AI, I just tell it to I'm like a CEO who's just mad at their employee. I'd be like, oh, write me this amazing essay. And then it's like, here it is. I'm like, that's shit. What am I paying you for? I'm like, like, you're not paying me anything. I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah. That's dumb. What else did I write? Okay. Do we like baseball? Baseball fans? We watch a Dodger games? Anybody? Baseball fans? Okay, cool. Okay, fuck this. We'll move on. No. Okay. I don't understand. Like, imagine an umpire trying to explain his job, like, on a date. Like, oh, what do you do? Oh, I make sure that a rectangle lands, or a ball lands inside of a rectangle. Oh, cool. Where's the rectangle? In my mind. It's just in there. What if people disagree? I yell at them. Okay. All right. I don't know if you guys agree with this, but I feel like dating can be tough because, I'm going with this. Yeah, dating's tough because it's you want to be good enough to meet that person's standards, but you also don't want things to go so well that, like, you scare them off. You ever have that? Like, things go too well? Yeah, I think we've had this. Like, things go too well, you get scared, right? You're like, oh my God, this could be something real. I feel like you have to be this weird Goldilocks zone where you're good enough, but not too good to scare them. I was like, and I try to be a gentleman. I try to be a good guy on dates. That's who I am. That's who I try to be. But I feel like I gotta throw in like an insult somewhere in the. I gotta like make fun of their nose or something. I don't know. Okay. All right. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm tired of hearing, like, on podcasts a bunch of B-list celebrities talk about how they didn't get invited to they weren't invited to Diddy parties. I'm like, you weren't invited to any fucking parties. Why are you? No one invited you to shit. Don't try to elevate yourself. Like, I wasn't invited. No, you weren't. You were never a consideration for the Diddy parties. I wasn't invited to the Diddy party. Okay, this is all going downhill. This is great. I got like a minute left. Oh shit! Wait, I had one other thing. Oh, this is terrible. Okay. They say, like, never forget for 9/11. Like, okay, never forget, right? That's our way of saying, like, to honoring other people. But, like, the terrorists also could have used that phrase. You know what I mean? Like, never forget. They could have been like, never forget that win. Never forget that dub. I'm just saying, it kind of goes both ways. All right, guys, that's my time. Let's bring up your wonderful. Oh, I am hosting in Manhattan Beach Poncho's Comedy Night. I'm going to be hosting 8:30 p.m. this upcoming Sunday. It's going to be a great show. A lot of headliners, a lot of great talent, and I would love to see you guys there. And with that, let's bring up our wonderful host, Sam. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Sunday, we come here, we do the Right Club, we do the acting class, we go to Colin's show. Like, can it be any better? I don't know. One more time for Colin. Or not. No, it's fine. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's fine. He's like, I don't want to. Yeah, it's okay. We're down to our last 2 comedians. Guys, when after the show, please, love you, but please. We're down to our last two comedians. I love this guy. He's an LA School of Comedy regular. Put your hands together for the very funny Jared. Woo!
Well, good. We got to give it up for friends that support their friends in comedy. My sister said she'd come and fly out and see me, but I just don't feel I'm ready just yet. I don't need to. I don't know. It could be a waste of her day. I need like strong support, from family. Like this is a trying time right now, going through a divorce, and but I do feel the love from you guys and from community, from my family. I'm gonna make it through this. I'm gonna come out better on the other side, but. Yeah, it's but you got to protect yourself too. Like I have a personal trainer, and I don't know, maybe I've just been a little oversharing, and he knows like some money's probably coming my way in the distribution, and he says he wants to invest my money into real estate for him. I think we'll be going another direction on that. So, anyway. So yeah, I mean it's a trying time. It's lots of pitfalls out there, and I'm fighting the good fight not to fall into getting a big neck tattoo, even though it could happen. I just not counting that out. But I don't know. I was actually lectured by my daughter this morning that I'm putting in too much time at church, just doing too much, going out with the missionaries, just. Getting a little too excited about that. I need to focus more on work. I don't know. My company, we're a contractor, and we've been bidding on work, and I don't know. We should have enough in our pipeline there, but it's capitalism, and you've got to think through the future. And I think right now is my time to just focus on work, focus on my health, focus on just get myself through this, because. You got to protect your mind. You've got to protect your finances, and anyway, I was thinking back, I was on the phone with my soon-to-be ex-wife about. I don't know. I was thinking back to high school, in which I did Lincoln Douglas debate, and that was something we competed against. Of the debates I performed in, I only won a single debate, and it was, and the review was just filled with ink. It was just blood spattered with comments, and it said I really feel bad about giving you this win because you just. Totally didn't understand. You were throwing out Maslow's hierarchy of needs, saying things you didn't understand. But the person on the other side was so bad that we just had to give you the win. But I don't know. It's just my wife never went through debate, but she can I don't know. She can totally manhandle me over the phone, and I don't know. I think it's good that I'll be fading out from her eventually. But something that we went through this week was officially filing for divorce, and she's in Kuwait. And I know that, and one thing that's interesting is California places preference on getting people formally served papers, and so that was a challenge to I don't know, getting people served in overseas countries. I'm glad I was able to bypass that because we could she said she'd accept an email that she would agree to. So it took the element of surprise out of getting served papers, but I was able to spare myself from like a big sheriff flying into the Kuwait City and bypassing through gangs to get to her. So anyway, I don't know. It's I mean, the marriage, you learn a lot about yourself. You learn about like things you're willing to do to keep things going, and things your sense of boundaries. And I think by the end, I was really quite. I don't know. I made some connections that could not have possibly made sense. I think she was asking for like. She said, "Jared, we should get a townhouse in southern France," and I was thinking to myself, you know, there was every like instinct within me was like saying no, like this is bullshit, like just fight against this. But you know, it was just like I actually went along like thinking like she could gain some attraction for me, like if I agree to this like insane idea. So and we've done that. It's now for sale, but I don't know. It was just like. I don't know. We were married for we had our 25th anniversary like 2 weeks ago. We've got 3 kids. But I mean, she's fading out of my life, and I think it's a good thing. She's not very pleasant over the phone, not very great to deal with, and I don't know. Eventually, I'll be getting back to dating again in the age 50 plus set. You know, so these are gonna be women with all kinds of pillows in their household, dogs or cats that are, I don't know, probably going to be very annoying, or just like, and they'll love them like to no end. Like, don't you just love little Pookie here? And I'm like that's just like the ugliest dog I've ever seen before in my life. But anyway, it's these are going to be interesting things to deal with. Yeah, I do have a people pleaser aspect, but I've got to grow from this. I've got to like take a stand, you know, just define my boundaries. And one thing is, I just think that there's again, we've all just got to protect ourselves at all time. I think we was getting back to the gym. I was there like at 4:30, like multiple times this last week, and I don't know. My job starts super early. I'm in construction industry, and so. But one thing I stumbled upon was like Amazon Music. We share this playlist, and I hadn't listened to it about a year or so. You know, but like her playlist is just filthy. Like her like gym, like her. It is just like got the filthiest like music on there. It's just like messing with my head. So I don't know. It's just like. Anyway, what's that?
Sexy Red.
Sexy Red? I don't know that song. I don't. But it was called Nasty. It was like it was something like I don't know. It was just like I don't know. I just had to walk away. It's just like it definitely took a toll on my jump out workout. You know, it had to go another direction there. So. So one thing I'm training for is like I'm going to do the Grand Canyon in the fall. That's the plan. I'm just going with a group of guys, but I've got to train. You know, you got to be able to walk like about like 10 hours straight to go rim to rim, and you know if there's going to be an issue there, I mean they're going to need to send down a burro down into the lower bottoms of the Grand Canyon there to fish me out. They'll probably throw like a satchel of mail on my back there and just throw me on the back of this burro to get me out of the Grand Canyon. So I don't know. I got to stay focused. Got to like be ready for that event. So anyway, so but no, hey, thanks so much. I appreciate. Yeah, it's been great. Appreciate the therapy. Appreciate and all the best. Yeah.
Good? Are you trying to leave? What's happening? What's going on? You good? No, we good? You go back there? We love you. I love you guys. I've known you for 10 years, but. Yo, okay. Night's not over. Okay. As a woman, shut the fuck up. Okay? Just end it. Because now I'm offended. Yeah. and I know your mom, Alan, because she's my aunt, Jewish cousin. Yeah. And we live in a duplex. And your mom's upstairs. And no, my aunt lives upstairs in the duplex. It doesn't matter. I love Jared. I want Jared, I want a podcast of Jared just telling me nice things about myself. He just has one of those voices. Oh my God, you're on Uber Eats, Norm. What are you gonna get? Oh my God. No, I'm starving. No. When I'm up here, do what you want. But I'm starving. I want to know what Norm eats. It doesn't matter. Who's ready for our headliner tonight? Come on. I love this guy. He's freaking hilarious. Put your hands together for One Punch Jay. Look at his jacket. I can't even. I love it. Good to see you.
How y'all doing tonight? So I'm One Punch Jay. I go by that name because prior to comedy, I was an MMA fighter who also has narcolepsy. And I'm also a proud Marine. I don't think y'all knew that. And when you got narcolepsy, it's kind of like having erectile dysfunction of the body, so it'd be hard for me to stay up, which is why my recruiter wouldn't let me go into active duty. He was like, man, you're not active enough to be a Marine. You sleep too much. I said, I don't be sleep. I be on airplane mode. So I went in as reserve, but I was more like a Marine recharging. Yeah, that shit sucks. They were saying Semper Fi, do or die. I Semper Fi, do or dose. So fucking prior to when we got to boot camp, like when you arrive on the bus, they make you put your head down. I like perfect nap time. Cause they don't want you to see where you're going, cause people like to run away. And as soon as we got past the gate, the driller star rushes on the bus. Everybody get off, everybody get off. I'm at the back with my backpack on, sleep looking like Snore the Explorer. I had a backpack full of snacks, a blanket, and a white noise machine. The driller star came to me like, son, what are you doing? I was like, I'm waiting for my wake-up call, sir. So we get to boot camp, we in receiving whatever, and I'm sleeping standing. Same driller said, son, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are you sleep standing? I said, no, I'm in parade dress. He said, what's your name, son? My name is Javon Crowder, sir. He looked at his little roster. He's like, oh, you from Compton, California, huh? You must be one of them blood walkers. I was like, no, sir. He's like, are you a Crip walker? I was like, no, sir. He said, what do you do? I said, I sleepwalk, sir. I'm not a blood or a Crip. I just got narcolepsy. Boot camp was crazy. Like, the first time we ever ate, they gave us 3 minutes to eat, and I slept all 3. The drill instructor's like, why are you dropping your food on the floor? You not hungry? I was like, no, sir. I was dreaming about eating. I was chewing like a cow that had PTSD. Shit was crazy. We got in the fucking, we had to do the gas chamber. They told us to take your mask off. I fell asleep before the burn could hit my eyes. Like, fuck this shit. I don't even want to know what this feel like. If I sleep through it, I'm going to get through it. They was yelling, goddamn, the few to proud. I was few to proud to sleep. Speaking of gangs, like, so when I used to train in MMA, I used to train in the hood. Now I do comedy, I'm always in Hollywood. So you gotta worry about different shit. Like in the hood, you gotta worry about gangs, colors, people being trigger happy. In Hollywood, they got a whole nother gang. And they worry about colors so you can't park in the red. And they ticket happy. The meter maids, they act like they in a mafia. Like I went to reading graffiti on the wall to having to read the parking sign. They be like fucking no parking 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Unless you're a Libra and your moon sign and your moon sign is in retrograde and your fucking dog is vaccinated. Like fuck, I can't park here. I don't got a dog. I'm not a fucking Libra. I'm a cuss. I'm a cup sign. I'm a Virgo and a Libra. So I think I could park here because I'm technically a Libra. Like man, fuck. Fighting somebody in a cage is scary as fuck. Like getting locked in a cage and fighting somebody, but you know what's scarier than that? Coming to your car with that white envelope on your fucking windshield, like fuck, man, they done got my ass. I'm sitting there shadow boxing with the fucking parking, like motherfucker, goddamn. I put 2 quarters in your ass. You could have goddamn stayed blue for a couple more seconds. The meter maids don't like red. They be gang banging. And like, you don't know what else they got in Hollywood? Like them fucking Uber Eat robots. They racist. Because they only be in the gentrified areas. You never see Uber Eats robots on Crenshaw. And then every time you walk past me, just stop and look at me like, I mean, what the fuck you looking at, RTD2? You got beef? Fuck. And then the bad thing about the parking in Hollywood is like, They got the sign that's like, no, the street sweeper side. You feel me? Like, who the fuck? Like, I don't know nobody that's a street sweeper. Who the fuck is driving them cars? Can anybody in here tell me anybody that they know that's a street sweeper? Me neither. Who the fuck does that job? What the fuck are they sweeping? Like, and you never see them. Like you wait till the time I didn't hear street sweeper because them motherfuckers loud as fuck. Like, yeah, shit crazy. Man, I got a friend who got a single letter name. Anybody here got a friend with a single letter name? His name is D. Just D. Nothing else. Shit crazy, huh? He looking like, what the fuck? He not dead serious. His name is D. Whole time I thought his name was Antoine. I just found out his name was D. I was like, what the fuck D stand for? Derek? He's like, nah. Is it for Daniel? Nah. Is it Darren? He's like, nigga, all the above. I'm like, nigga, you named after a fucking multiple choice question answer. On the back of his ID, he got a Scantron sheet. You know how it's a bubble your name when you take a test and shit? That nigga don't even got his real name on his ID picture, because, like, you can't just put a single letter on a DMV. It's like, it's D-A, it's duh. His name is duh. You can't trust a person with a single letter name. Like, if you found a single letter name D in your girlfriend's phone, you don't think she cheating on you, right? Don't let it be an eggplant emoji by you. Like, who the fuck is D with the good dick? Is that what you be calling him when he be fucking you? D. Like, what the fuck? Like, don't get pulled over by the police with a nigga named D neither. A short traffic stop won't turn to a long traffic stop. They don't go past everybody. They don't get him. What's your name, sir? My name is D. D what? D. We ain't got time for games, sir. D's nuts. Ha ha ha. Very funny. They gonna arrest that motherfucker because they ain't gonna believe his name is just D. That's an unbelievable ass name. Shit crazy. Man, my dad used to get mad at me when I was a kid because I didn't cry when he whooped me. Hell, he made me lay down. I'm narcoleptic. I fall asleep before he could hit me with the belt. Like, it's not my fault. So he start, like, you feel me? Like, he had to make me lay down. He made me hit the Superman. I wasn't Superman. I was Super Sleepy Man. I wasn't Clark Kent. I was Narc Kent, goddamn. My cape was a fucking sheet. My arch nemesis, coffee. And my fucking kryptonite was a fucking alarm clock. But he had to get creative with his fucking punishment, so he made me wear Velcro shoes. You know the ones your grandpa wore, the 2 straps, orthopedics? Like, I was wearing them because I was narcoleptic. He was wearing them because he's diabetic. I had all the nicknames. One of my nicknames was 2 straps, because at lunchtime, when they used to rap, I used to do the beat. They're like, 2 straps. I used to hate fastening my shoe because people talk shit every time I fucking do it. They're like, get the straps. So you know how you try to cough to cover the sound, but it just sounded like a sneeze. Oh, this nigga got strap throat. Send him to the office. It's COVID, goddamn. I couldn't get none of the popper girls because of them shoes. I could only get the ones that picked on. I was fine with it because they wasn't getting fucked. I mean, you feel me? Their vaginas was tight. Had a girlfriend who had diabetes, but we called her BB because when it's time to check her blood sugar, the machine would go beep, beep. And she was sweet as hell. And it's crazy because, like, you know, when people are diabetic, like, sometimes when they're sugar low, they got to eat candy. So she used to suck my dick with a Jolly Rancher. When her sugar was low, she used to call me her hard candy. She was my honeysuckle. Yeah, that was my girl right there. And then we used to cheat on tests together, too, using my shoes. If it was A, I unstrap her one time. B, her machine would go beep, beep. And if it was C, she hit up a fucking Jolly Rancher one time. I thought about to get my dick sucked. She said, no, focus. C, it's candy. Yeah. Shit, man. My dad been trying to get me to get in a relationship lately, and I keep telling him I'm in one already. I'm in a relationship with my mattress. She gets mad at me when I sleep anywhere but on her. She's Tempur-Pedic. She thought I was cheating on her, kept changing my sleeping number. You feel me? Like it's scientifically proven if you sleep on a hard surface every once in a while, it's therapeutic for your back. So I be changing. I go from 16 to 1. And she's like, who the fuck you been sleeping with? Why you keep changing your sleeping numbers? Like, but he hooked me up with a girl who got insomnia. And she's an MMA fighter. But we don't get along because, like, we dating, but we in 2 different time zones. Shit crazy. I was like, Dad, why you hook me up with her? He was like, shit. Somebody got to be up to watch these kids. Oh, man. He gave me the light. I'm lucky he gave me that red light, god dang. I don't like the white one. Maybe you feel like I fell asleep on stage. Because sometimes I fall asleep and I don't know it. You ever ask somebody a question and fall asleep before you get the answer? I do that sometimes. But I'm One Punch Jay, y'all. I got a show at Flappers on the 7th. I got a lot of shows going on, man. Don't sleep on me. I'm sleep on y'all.
One Punch Jay! And just like that, we can all go to sleep tonight. I love you. It's Los Angeles. It's Friday. Don't do anything I would do. Good night. See you May 4th. Goodbye. YouTube, Instagram. Love you guys. Are we done? We're done?